Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Life Discussions with Dr. Jefferson. I am your host, Dr. Jefferson, and we are gonna have a discussion today. Um, one sec. Let me finish sharing this link really quickly. I'm trying to find somebody. You guys know I'm not good at multitasking, right? So, if you've already heard about the issue, go ahead and type your sentiments, type how you're feeling about the drama around Michael Blackson. I thought it was very mean that somebody said that to about this guy. I'm like, that is so mean. That is so mean. So, have you ever been with a person who committed adultery or cheated on you? Like, has anyone ever had that experience? I think it happens more often than not, and sometimes we're afraid to have those conversations around it simply because they're uncomfortable. You know, they kind of unseat us. And, some of these things are more uncomfortable than others, but I'm here for accountability. You guys know that Life Discussions with Dr. Jefferson is a channel in which we have conversations around accountability as it relates to issues that affect the people in the Black and Brown community. However, this is an issue that affects everybody essentially in some way or another. Um, so hopefully we're on here and we're done with this conversation pretty quickly. So for those of you who are new to the issue, right? He says people say mean things to me all the time, more when I'm in the chat. Who's being mean to you, Jermaine? And hi, how are you doing? Um, who's being mean to you when you're in the chat though? Tell me. Let me put this up. Oh God, you guys, it's a lot, right? So recently in the news, in celebrity culture and celebrity news, we have been given information that Michael Blackson has proposed to this woman and gotten married to her. And at the time that he proposed to this woman, she was his ex-girlfriend. And for whatever reason, a couple of people feel a way about it, you know. However, I will say this young lady and Michael Blackson have been down a very, very difficult road together. And he has a history of said behavior that led to their breakup. Okay. So for whatever reason, black women are saying, and that was a black woman that sent this to me and said that about him. And I was just like, well, okay, let's talk about it. People cheat. And sometimes when people cheat, it makes us mad, makes us angry, and we do take to the internet. So the controversy is around the fact that Michael Blackson is a person who was in a relationship with a black woman at one point. I'm gonna pull up a picture so you guys could see. I don't even have to pull up a picture. Let me see. The first video that we're gonna start with is gonna be her response to him cheating on her. So obviously, Michael Blackson has a lengthy history of having extramarital or extra relational affairs. And a couple of things. How many of you feel like you can cheat on a person if you're not married to them? Is it infidelity if you don't marry them? Or what is that? Some kind of a betrayal for sure. You don't know who Michael who doesn't know who Michael Blackson is?
Yeah, comedian guy, right?
Yeah. He's super funny. You're gonna see the picture, of course, when I share it. Let me
You might know me saying.
share the string.
There you
So
go.
you don't know who this is? No, no. Michael Blackson is a comedian. The vast majority of the controversy around this issue, though, goes to him and they're noting hypocrisy. So there was a point when Michael Blackson had a lot to say about Kevin Hart, cheating on his wife. Do you guys remember that controversy around Kevin Hart cheating on his wife? And he had a lot to say about that. And I'm gonna, oh, okay, okay. So I'm gonna play a clip of that as well. But first, I want you guys to. We're gonna trace this history of Michael Blackson and his cheating behavior. Okay. So this is the woman that he was with, and he had proposed to her, I believe, on Valentine's Day. Okay. And she happens to be a black woman. Black women are upset because of his recent proposal to another woman that they have denounced as a part of the black and brown community. I don't know. You know, black women have a lot of things to say about people in their race. So, can you hear?
She found out that her boyfriend, Michael Blackson, cheated on her with multiple women, and now she is talking to herself and other women. She said she will bounce back better than ever. She said, "This is the last time I will address my ex. Let this be a lesson to all. Last year, Valentine's Day, I was engaged to a man I've been with publicly for 2.5, almost 3 years, or was it almost 4? Happiest girl in the world, wrong. Later to find out that all of the DMs, fake acts, leaving comments about him cheating were true. Not just with 3 or 4, but with multiple women. Thanks to messy ass blogs for exposing his D online. It changed my life for the worse. So I thought." Then she goes on to say she realized you can never do enough or be enough for a man when he's not mentally strong enough and has never experienced a woman of your pedigree. So she said, "Bitch, I'm coming back like Sierra. Tonight I'm celebrating with my girls. Happy Valentine's Day. Love y'all. Yes, I cashed out on the ring."
Okay.
There you go. Open letter from Georgia Rain, Michael Blackson's ex. I'm Angela Yee, and that is your.
So, for the women who watch this, because I know I'm gonna probably leave this video, but for the women who watch this, I would like to know from the women what is this thing about cashing out or selling your engagement ring once things are over? Like what's that? How is that goals? Like what is that? What does that mean? Help me understand. But hold on. Let's go to the next video because we're gonna look at all these videos. We're gonna look at all these little short clips because we're gonna trace this pathology. So you hear from that ex, right? She was an ex. They were together. He was engaged to her a couple of years ago. And now there is a new ex who, you know, basically said the same thing. You know, let's look at this one. So I'm going to read this one for you guys. Okay. This is the recent fiance. Okay. She announced their relationship has come to an end. Ms. Rada Darling, who has been dating Michael Blackson for some years now, took to her Instagram account to share the heartbreaking news with her fans and followers. And according to her, it was a great experience being with him. This beautiful brand influencer and socialite, however, revealed that Michael Blackson has some issues within he needs to fix. And for her, she will still love him from a distance. Ms. Rada Darling claimed that she is an easy person to engage, but can't be lied to, right? So let me see if I can find a picture of the two. Well, the picture of Miss Rada and him is actually that's the picture that you guys see on the description for this video. Okay, so let's share his response to Kevin Hart cheating, which is really interesting to me, you know. Both of them, Kevin Hart, this is going to be both Kevin Hart's response and his.
Blackson. Here's an example.
That's a perfect one.
Listen, I love Michael Blackson. Mike turned into the Instagram model that just shows her ass that's looking for life. Yeah, Kevin Hart, what the what? Mike, I'm your guy. But now you're looking for likes because the conversation of Kevin Hart drives attention to you.
Well, Michael Blackson responded, and he also threw some shots at Charlemagne.
Kevin Hart, you chihuahua face, gorilla looking, toddler build,
bitch. So what I made fun of your little scandal. How the it took you 3 months to respond to me? You know what I've done in 3 months? I've traveled the country twice, sold out thousands of shows, 10,000 bitches, roasted 20,000 and still made time to be kidnapped by Tyrese. And there's a little sidekick instigator, that Breakfast Club that I'm about to eat.
What's interesting is that most people are saying, oh, well, you know, he was just kidding. This was a joke. Look at him. He's joking on Charlemagne. And they got the video. They have the audio as well. And the interview was with them. Look, I'm going to say this. Sometimes people struggle with their relationship. Sometimes they struggle with their personal sense of self and their identity. And as a result, they can't bond well with other people in relationships. They're pretty dishonest. They look for different reasons to go out there and cheat. They find all types of excuses. And this is just what people do. You know, it's a human component. But here's my thing. Don't be the pot calling the kettle black. Is this hypocrisy? Possibly. I didn't even know men did this kind of stuff. Like, I'm just going to be honest. I thought that men had a great sense of minding my own business when it came to sex scandals and cheating. So this is a first for me. I gotta be honest. It's a first for me. And then for him to say all of this and then to become exactly what it is that he's saying that Kevin Hart was. Let's keep listening.
For dinner, yes, you Charlemagne, you off-brown bitch, red bone face, Sammy Sosa, Charlotte Jermaine Jackson, Brooke Shields looking ass.
Charlotte Jermaine.
Charlotte Jermaine.
Well,
Jackson.
Salute to Michael Blackson, a.k.a. Akon's X-Ray. If you ever wonder what Akon's bones look like, look no further than Michael Blackson, okay? And I do feel like guy code should override comedy code in this situation, man. When you're dealing with the house, man.
Believe it or not, I agree with Charlemagne. You won't get that often.
And
I'm with you.
And as a man, because listen, man, this could happen to any of us. I pray to God every day that it don't happen to me no more. I pray that the devil has totally forsaken me and left me alone. All right.
Right.
And doesn't allow me to make any more of those mistakes. But if you see a man caught up in a situation.
Why is it always the devil made me do it?
Like that, where he possibly could be getting a divorce, he could be separated from his kids, she could probably be getting a half, his life in shambles. That is not the time to make fun of that man. Guy code should overrule comedy code.
All right, well, let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Bridget.
Hey, Bridget, we're talking Michael Blackson versus Kevin Hart. You think Kev's being too sensitive?
Yeah, 100%. First of all, how are you a comedian talking about everybody else and their tragedies and making light of bad situations? Because
by the way, Kevin only really talks about himself. He doesn't make fun of everybody else. But Michael Blackson definitely does that.
That's what most comedians do. Why you gonna get mad at somebody else who's doing the same exact thing?
Well, I will say Kevin Hart is pretty positive, though. He doesn't really.
Yeah, he really don't go at nobody.
He really don't do that.
And by the way, these comedians.
I don't know that man personally. All I can say is what I know of him is that he is a comedian, and his fellow comedian, Blackson or whatever, he does what he does. You know, everybody knows how that man talks. So I don't understand how another comedian could get offended with him talking about him. I don't understand that.
I agree with you. I think comedy is comedy, but I just think at some point guy code has to overrule comedy.
Not even guy code. You're my guy. Like, you are my guy. I understand if I don't know you, you don't really care about me. But if you my homie, you my friend.
That's a different aspect
you
to
see what I'm saying?
too.
But so is he allowed to talk about it at all?
Later on, maybe in the future.
Later on, let me get through this.
So for the guys watching, do you guys do this? Is this a thing? Like, is this a guy thing? You guys are worried about another man cheating? You have those conversations like in private? I don't know.
The storm right fast.
See, now I don't know about that. If he could have said something that was funny but wasn't like malicious.
I didn't even hear what he said in the first
It's
place.
all malicious. No, he made fun of it. He made joke of it.
But I will say, but I will say that Kevin doesn't ever in his stand-up go at people and make fun of them either. He's a pretty positive person. He kind of just talks about his own family,
right,
and himself.
I just don't want to be a hypocrite. That's why I didn't give Kev Donkey of the Day. I've cheated before, so why would I give a band Donkey of the Day for cheating?
You're right.
That's being a hypocrite.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, this is Dave from Northwood, VA.
Dave, is Kev being too sensitive, or is Michael Blackson foul?
Man, Kevin Hart being sensitive, man. He being real sensitive. How you gonna be a comedian and you're gonna be sensitive when somebody shine the light on you, even though it's your friend.
You're a man first before a comedian.
So you never been in that
I understand.
situation. You never been with your back against the wall and possibly lose your family, huh?
Absolutely have. Absolutely have.
Look, listen, it's people's
Then you should know
opinion.
it ain't funny.
Sorry they don't agree with y'all. They think all
Nothing
comedians
funny
can say
about it.
whatever they want.
Well, thank you, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all say the same thing all day. You go against Charlemagne go against you. You be sensitive.
I
and y'all
never
get
made
right
jokes when Envy went through his situation when it came to his house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he wrong? Is just tell me, what do you guys think? Now, that was then, okay? This was some time ago. Let's see how many months ago was that. Maybe 20 something months. I think that this is before he cheated on the ex-girlfriend that posted the previous video that I just showed you guys, her response on the Breakfast Club. So he has a history of cheating, right? And he has a history of his women taken to the internet. Here's my question: why is it that we're upset about, as Black women, why are we upset about the fact of the way that this woman looks versus the first woman? Nobody ever said anything about that. Like, nobody ever said that. Says DJ Envy, playing victim for cheating on his wife. I mean, the reality is this. Some people cheat. I think Michael Blackson is not the person to be speaking on Kevin Hart's cheating behaviors, simply because we just watched the video where his ex left him. Hey, William, how are you? Left him for cheating. And now we're in another situation where another ex is leaving him again. Okay. So let me go to the next video. Let's go to this one. Where is it? I don't know what to say. I think that, it is what it is. Hold on, let me play this video again for you guys. This one.
Rumor report.
The Breakfast Club, every weekday morning. Tune in.
9-month-old baby Sienna Princess. The pictures were taken with her. She said she found out that her boyfriend, Michael Blackson, cheated on her with multiple women, and now she is talking to herself and other women. She said she will bounce back better than ever. She said, "This is the last time I will address my ex. Let this be a lesson to all. Last year, Valentine's Day, I was engaged to a man I've been with publicly for 2.5, almost 3 years, or was it almost 4? Happiest girl in the world. Wrong. Later to find out that all of the DMs, fake acts, leaving comments about him cheating were true. Not just with 3 or 4, but with multiple women. Thanks to messy ass blogs for exposing his D online. It changed my life for the worse. So I thought." Then she goes on to say she realized you can never do enough or be enough for a man when he's not mentally strong enough and has never experienced a woman of your pedigree. So she said, "Bitch, I'm coming back like Sierra. Tonight I'm celebrating with my girls. Happy Valentine's Day. Love y'all. Yes, I cashed out on the ring."
Okay.
There you go. Open letter from George.
Okay, so that X, okay. And like I said, you guys got to make it make sense for me. So here's the thing. He has a history of cheating. This is my only conflict with this, okay? And this is the only reason that I feel the way that I feel, because this young lady takes to her social media. Let's share pictures. So this is the ex you guys just heard about, her. The ex who recently got engaged and married, like within a couple of months. Like, it's crazy to me. It's crazy. They got engaged on the Breakfast Club and got married already. Okay. This is her. So now we have a problem, and we want to say that, he's childish. Previous ex-girlfriend goes to the internet, open letter, and says he cheated on me. This girlfriend, this one, this one. She says he cheated on me, you guys. Takes to the internet a couple of months ago. He cheated on me. It's over. We're never getting back together. Let me see. Let me see if I can find that little snippet from her Instagram post. It was on here. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Is that it? Uh-uh. There was a little snip of her response on her Instagram. I don't know. Maybe I have to keep going over or something. Who knows? Is it there? No. But her name is Ms. Rada. This one, her. So she goes to the internet and she says that he cheated on her and if she's done and she's walking. Now black women have a problem because he's gone back after cheating on her with several women yet again in Ghana. He's gone now and proposed to her and married her and didn't do that with the black woman. Why are we mad? Help me understand, okay? Um do I think so? The question was, the original question is he a hypocrite? I'm going to answer that question for the person that sent me this content. Yeah, he's a hypocrite for sure. For sure. I don't believe that he was joking. I believe that when he commented on Kevin Hart's situation, I think that he was definitely being authentic, and I think he was authentically saying Kevin Hart is a bad person for having cheated on his wife because his wife is so beautiful, blah blah blah. But here it is, you've demonstrated the same said behavior, and you have a pattern of that same said behavior, and now it's been two women, not one woman who has dumped you publicly, went to the internet, took to the internet to resolve your issues. And the only thing that people want to say something about is the women who, we have a problem with the woman who is black going to the internet. And we want to say that she's lesser than for going to the internet. But then when this woman goes to the internet the same way as a result of your breakup with her, nobody has anything to say about her doing it. But what are they saying? She's Asian. Because she's Asian, men treat them different. And now this black man has gone and married this woman. The first thing I want to say is this: Michael Blackson is not black. Okay? He's Ghanaian Liberian. That's what he is. / American now. But he's not a black man, right? And I mean, men can get whatever woman they want. Like I just don't understand why we always have to look at things like that. Why do we have to put the black woman down for going to the internet? This young lady did the same thing. Apparently he has toxic behavior. I don't even see how it is this woman married him. If he's cheating on you and you guys aren't even married, and to be honest with you guys, I don't consider, if you're not married to a person, I just don't think you can commit infidelity, because fidelity is something you give to the person you marry. Just gonna put that out there. But that's my personal opinion. It is what it is. Okay. If he's sleeping with another person after he has said that he's going to be with you, all right, and you guys aren't even married yet, and he's told you that he's only gonna be with you, I think that he is wrong for speaking out on Kevin Hart's situation and then coming back and doing the same thing. It says, my question is, women know what type of guy he is, yet those women cry and act like they're hurt. Right. And I don't feel like she can be hurt simply because you have now married said man who has demonstrated a constant pattern of cheating on you. And not one woman, but multiple women. And even before you got in a relationship knowing he had a history, and this is who he was. So are we supposed to feel sorry for you when he cheats on you now that you guys are married? He's shown you that this is him. You've accepted him for who he is. What's going to change as a result of you guys getting married, ma'am? Ma'am, you literally just said that you were done. Says Michael Blackson isn't black. He is from the continent of Africa, right? Don't we as black people consider ourselves African American? No. African Americans are people who have citizenship in Africa, and then once getting citizenship here in America, they become citizens of dual citizens and they transfer over here. So that would be Michael Blackson, but he's not Black American. Black American people are a different lineage of people. There is a different culture attributed to that. You are not one and the same. Two separate distinctive things. I think that when American black people start to get to know their history and their culture, and they're no longer moving and ascribing to just trying to attach themselves to something, the world would be a better place. So those are my thoughts. Infidelity normally pertains to marriage. Adultery is another term meaning extramarital behavior. Um, to me, um, infidelity means to break a bond, a commitment of exclusivity via sexual interactions, and typically that's only between two people have who have betrothed themselves to one another or married themselves to one another. So I just I just can't ascribe to the victim mindset. Ancestry, your ancestry is from America. But so okay. But so that's those are my thoughts. I don't think that this young lady should be taken to the internet and thinking that somebody's going to feel sorry for her in the future, because I feel like she's definitely accepted him for who he is, and I feel like if you've married him and he's shown you time after time after time that he's a cheater, because he's shown you through his relationship, long-term relationship with his ex-girlfriend, that he's going to cheat. He's shown you now through his relationship with you that he's going to cheat. And even when he responded to having a weigh-in on Kevin Hart's thing, he's talking about he has a history of sexual promiscuity and he likes to have sex with multiple women. So at the end of the day, I think that ladies, let me say this. Women, and it doesn't matter what your cultural background is and what your race is. It doesn't matter if this woman is Asian or she's black and Asian or whatever she is. Okay, the reality is women have to start believing men when they show you who they are. If a man shows you who he is, believe him. I don't understand how it is that we can move into a place of accepting anything and then get upset when people are consistent and them being themselves. We can't get upset about that. You accepted this dude. So they're married now, people. You know, just it's beyond me. I'm baffled. I'm baffled. She just a month and a half ago, almost 2 months ago, this woman was saying, "No, we're never getting back together. I'm done." But as soon as he proposes to you on the Breakfast Club, you accept, and then you rush. You guys get married. So I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm confused. But is he a cheater? Sure, he's a cheater. He hasn't denied that. He's done what it is that he's gonna do. Um, I think that he's definitely a hypocrite because you talk about Kevin Hart and his wife, and you talk about this man cheating on his wife. I don't think men should weigh in on stuff like that publicly. I think that men should probably have those conversations in the background with their friends, because that's something that's more intimate. If you're going to advise him properly. Make it a private conversation, folks. That's all I have. I hope I've done my due diligence. I'm sorry. I just, you know, I just can't. You can't make this stuff up. I think that women have perpetuated the cycle of bad choices, bad decisions. Sometimes you got to let people go and really do the work on themselves. I really do hope that that all of the sexual hypersexuality, I mean hypersexual activity is behind him. I really hope that's the case. Okay. Um Jermaine says prenup. I don't know if they have a prenup. Um it's recent. They recently got married. I think they got married yesterday. I think it was yesterday officially. The it's the all of it is fairly new. You know what I mean? I hope he got a prenup. I would hope so. I would hope so. So said so. Okay, Dr. I'm not understanding. Our ancestry is from America. A few years ago, I did an ancestral background myself. My ancestors came from Africa, not America. I'm sorry, my comment is totally off topic. But we need to call each other and speak on the subject. My apologies. Oh no, you're fine. So the ancestors that you're directly linked to are American. So therefore your culture is American history, Black American history, not African American history, because you have no direct ties to that were handed down from Africa. Even African slaves, right, who ascended from there, they had no culture that they ascribed to, that they came here with, that they continued to hand down line after line after line to their children. However, their culture here, where they started to form ties with this earth, with this piece, that's what they handed down. This was their legacy. So I think that drawing that line of delineation and those long, I'm sure you had other things in your ancestry too. Are you identifying with those other things though? So that's how I feel about that. That's how I feel about that. But man, listen. Men cheat, ladies. Ladies cheat, man. People cheat people. Michael Blackson was wrong for having a public say about Kevin Hart and his relationship. Period. He's definitely wrong for that. Okay. It is what it is. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. So I think that Michael Blackson definitely needs to be held accountable. I think Kevin Hart was not being overly sensitive when he said that, he feels like his friend was wrong, because at the end of the day, you should have something to say, but you should probably be saying those things in private and not on public, not on a public platform. Because if we are friends, I would hope that you would come to me and we would have a private conversation about those types of things. So it is what it is. Continue to weigh in and let me know how you guys feel. Do you feel like he's a hypocrite? Do you feel like Michael Blackson is being a hypocrite? Do you feel like he's prepared to be in this marriage with this young lady? She's made the decision, so it is what it is. I hope he's protecting his assets. I know that there was another part to the question that was submitted to me. You guys asked me about him cheating with Ghanaian women and then coming back and marrying an Asian woman, and do I think that says about something about him? I'm not going to entertain that, simply because he's chosen to marry this woman, and I'm 100% for him moving into a place that allows him and this woman to be happy and all that jazz. This is crazy to me. It's beyond me. I just can't believe she accepted his proposal and then they got married so quickly. Maybe she's pregnant. Who knows? Let's see what happens, you guys. All right. So that's all that I have. I hope that I've done you guys justice and I held him accountable, but it's comical to me. He's a comedian, yes. But I think the situation is comical, how so many people are so concerned and obsessed with the relationships of other people. Just because they're celebrities. It's crazy to me. But it is what it is. That's all I've got, you guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Who alive can't put me in a box. I redefine any definition you got. I am the tiger, I'm making steps to the top. The flames, I whip it up, you just gotta hand me the rock. Take a seat, you cannot stand it. All I know, the flow harder than a Scotch bunny. Don't try studying me, you cannot manage. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.